Hello and welcome everyone to this special webinar event. I'm Jeff Johnson, Moder's Vice President of Customer Experience. Thank you for joining us on this special call. We are super excited to talk today about Moder's award-winning liquid collagen product that's backed by multiple clinical studies, recognized with 7 US and international patents. Liquid Biocell is really redefining the multi-billion-dollar anti-aging industry, and we are so excited to jump into the details. If you've never heard about it before, you're in the right place. If you've heard about it before, you're in the right place. There's going to be so much information, expertise, nuggets that are going to just blow your mind. So I'm excited to jump in. We have not an expert, we've got the expert in the collagen space that I'll introduce in just a second here. So I'm excited. But before we jump in, we've got a couple fun things that we want to just let you know. First of all, we're all about giveaways. We want to hear from you in this webinar. Please leave comments in the chat, and you know, we have no problem making it worth your while to do that. We're going to have a giveaway, and it's super simple to enter. All you have to do is tag and comment, okay? Tag and comment. Tag a friend in the comments of this webinar in the chat, and then also leave a comment of where you're watching. Where are you joining us from? We have people who join us from all over North America on these webinars, sometimes all over the world, and we want to hear where you're watching this from. So chime in, tag a friend, you know, bring somebody, sharing is caring, bring them in, and then let us know where you're watching from. And then, of course, ask any questions. Our team is going to be in the chats, interacting, answering questions. We're excited to have you with us. We want to hear from you. And if you tag and comment, we're going to choose 3 lucky winners who are going to win $50 Moder product gift cards. So all you have to do, tag and comment, and then at the end of the webinar, in the comments, we'll announce the 3 winners of the $50 in Moder product credits. Okay, so stay with us, engage with us. We want to hear from you. Tag and comment. Also, before I jump in, we also have a very special announcement, an exciting announcement at the end of this webinar that we want to make sure you stick around for. We don't do this very often at all, but we've got something specific to Liquid Biocell that we need you to stick around and hear. You do not want to miss it. So that will be at the end of the webinar as well. So the giveaway, the special announcement, the interaction, and now our guest expert. So tonight I am honored to be joined by Moder's CEO and the master formulator for Moder's Liquid Biocell product, Asma Ishaq. Now, I want to tell you a little bit about Asma. If you don't know and you haven't heard about why she is such an incredible authority in this space, let me just give you a little bit of background before we bring her out. Asma was named the chairperson of the Collagen Stewardship Alliance. Now, this is a new collagen trade association that was created by the Trust Transparency Center in March of last year. She's the chairperson. In other words, she's the chairperson of collagen, okay? She is the expert of collagen. She is also a committee member on the Council of Responsible Nutrition. She sits on the advisory board of the Fragrance Creators Association, the Women's Business Collaborative, and the Committee of 200. She's a Zenith member of the Women's President Organization and a much sought after speaker on industry stages all over the world, including the World Collagen Conference and Nutra Cosmetics Summit. She's appeared on every major network from Fox to CBS, ABC, NPR, and is regularly featured and focused on as a go-to expert in Forbes and other, mainstream publications. So to say that she's an expert we're not doing her justice. She is the expert and pioneer, as you'll come to hear in just a minute. She's earned recognition and awards from organizations such as Nutra Ingredients, Supply Side West, New Hope, and so many more. I could keep going, but we want to jump in to the nitty gritty, to the details and pick her brain. We are grateful and honored to have her with us. So please join me in welcoming Asma to the call. Asma, are you there?
Hi, Jeff. Yes, I am. I'm so excited to be here. Thank you for
Awesome.
having me.
Well, thank you. We are so thrilled and excited. And we want to kind of treat this like a Q&A, whether it's somebody who might not know much about collagen at all, to someone who maybe is familiar with the collagen industry, but hasn't heard about, liquid Biocell, and what makes it different, better, special. So we'll just ask some questions that frequently come in from customers or prospective customers to give them everything that they would need to know about collagen and Moder's liquid Biocell. Does that work?
That works. I'm excited. Thank you.
Okay, awesome. Well, let's jump in with our first question. And if you could start off by just telling us what got you interested in collagen. How did you get interested and started in the collagen space that ultimately led, to your history of developing and formulating these award-winning products?
Yeah, so, I actually come from the supply side of the dietary supplements and skincare and cosmetic space. And it's interesting that I have that technical manufacturing background because I'm actually really grateful that I have that background, because as a contract manufacturer, what happens is, companies, products probably that you have in your medicine cabinet at home, those companies go to a contract manufacturer to ask them to develop products that they can put their label on and sell. But what we did was something way beyond just private labeling. We came up with custom formulas to really enterprise partner with our clients. And it gave me experience of developing thousands of different formulations, hundreds of different companies, and every different distribution channel across distribution channels, from direct response to mass retail to international drugstore brands, even and beyond that, prestige brands, et cetera. So I got exposure to so much, and I, in developing quality formulations for our clients, then went into the ingredient supply side of the industry as well. So now, having kind of discovered this very unique, collagen and hyaluronic acid ingredient or source, and branding it, and then also doing some research on it that we can go into a little bit later, really was, trying to partner with many clients on, bringing this to market. And I'll tell you, the one moment that caused me to start my own finished products company, a few years later after that, which is I was in the office of and boardroom of the world's largest nutritional supplement company. They own dozens of brands and tens of thousands of stores all over the world, and many that are well known to all of you. And I remember sitting in that boardroom and with their product development team, their CEO, and he looked at me after I kind of talked about what a profound, discovery this is, and how this could change and make collagen a household term, And I remember him looking right at me and just kind of pointing and said, the only way that's going to happen is if we can put you on a video next to the product in every one of our stores. He was basically just saying that that story is powerful, and people won't know that coming off of a label. And at that time, people didn't believe in collagen supplements. The medical community did not believe that ingesting collagen could actually increase collagen in the body. And so that disconnect led me to believe that if there was a powerful way that we could really educate consumers on, how effective this is, because of the research that we were doing, that there might be this possibility of, bringing it to households, where people are so familiar with it. So that was when, literally just a couple of years after that, is when I started my own company, developing based on the science and technology of this very exclusive liquid Biocell, and the rest is history. And so many years later, I have to have a trade association for this because of just how much it's really kind of proliferated in the market all over the world.
Well, that is incredible. I mean, to think of where it's come from to where it is now, just even from just like public awareness back like you said, where there really wasn't a lot of awareness or a lot of understanding of collagen and the benefits it has, to fast forward it today, it feels like, I mean, it's a very well known, and people just generally recognize collagen as a critical component to health and wellness. And I think it's awesome to hear that story, that background of how you kind of pioneered that cutting edge technology and science to bring it from there to where it is now, is incredible. And so with that more common awareness, just people recognizing collagen as a critical benefit, what is it, and why is Moder's liquid Biocell so revolutionary? What makes it so special and the gold standard, so to speak?
It's a great question. So before I get into that, I just want to touch on something important that you said, which is that now consumers are really familiar with this. In fact, research shows that 87% of households are familiar with collagen supplements. So I am like, sometimes I have to pinch myself wondering how, 15 years ago, no one believed in it, no one saw it, no one had it on any shelves. Today, we have waters that are infused with, collagen and things like that out there in the market. So, so there's pros and cons to that. So one, I'll tell you also, some research indicates about consumers that about 65, recent study actually showed this, a recent survey actually showed this, which is that consumers, about 65% of consumers prefer to use a branded ingredient when they look for supplements. And that's because they understand that there's, consistency, there's authenticity and science, substantiated quality, and predictability when it comes to efficacy with branded ingredients as a premium, standard. And so that helps as well. However, I'll tell you the other side of all this consumer awareness is that, our product isn't a collagen product. It's not a hydrolyzed collagen. And I'll tell you about that in a little bit more. Many of the collagen products that you see on the market today, they require about 20 grams of that ingredient. Often it's comes from carcasses and hooves and animals, skin of animals or fish and such. And it actually, there's so much that you have to take of it in order for it to establish any kind of efficacy. Now, the reason I'm harping on this part is because imagine taking 20 grams. So many of us use protein powders at home, I'm sure. And often when you go to the stores, you can see how much shelf space it requires because they're massive tubs, And I used to develop a lot of sports nutrition products, so this is near and dear to my heart. And that takes a lot of space in manufacturing plants too, just the packaging components. But the reason why is because in order for you to have like a 1 month supply or even a 2 month supply, you've got to the scoops are about this big, right? When you make your smoothie at home, that's about 20 grams because our bodies can only kind of digest really 20 grams of protein in any serving or sitting. And imagine taking 20 grams of that protein and putting it into capsules and such, right? That's why you see it would take like 20 capsules to be able to do that. And that's why most of those products they come in powder forms that are big, and the reason, again, is because it's just way too many pills that it would make. They do that because you need at least 10 to 20 grams, for collagen, those types of collagen, hydrolyzed collagen, to be effective. Our product, on the other hand, and collagen is a protein, so that's why I'm making that analogy there. But what happens is that, when this is why, people shouldn't be comparing our product to collagen, and I think it does a huge disservice because our product, although it is comprised of collagen, it's actually just not just collagen. It comes from a really particular single source, and it is the composition is the first thing I'll tell you is what makes it different. It's a natural composition of collagen, hyaluronic acid, and chondroitin sulfate in the exact proportions basically that mirror our own human articular cartilage. So in the single source in nature, it's not a blend. So many of these companies are using a blend of collagen and they take HA from another source and other ingredients. this is a single source in nature. It's the only place in nature that we know of that has this kind of a composition. And what happens is that it works on a micro dose, basically. And we know this because of the human clinical trials that support these claims, which is that it only takes about 1 to 2 grams of this particular ingredient, the liquid Biocell, for it to show and demonstrate efficacy on joint health, connective tissue health, on skin health, and we'll go into that in just a moment here. But that composition is critical and important. We have a different dosing altogether. So often when people think that, well, this couldn't be effective because it only has like 1 or 2 grams or something of this in here, and that's not, that's actually, again, trying to compare oranges to apples here, right? So yes, all those products need, 10, 20 grams to be effective on a daily serving, a daily dose. But ours is in this micro dose that we've identified and supported through our own clinical research. And that's what started the belief, by the medical community, by so many nutritionists that, there's something here, because if you can actually ingest this particular, again, liquid Biocell, and it can create all these effects and help you synthesize collagen in the body. We've demonstrated. So the next step here is the science. So our research actually supports so many different claims, from joint health, multiple human clinical trials at this point, randomized, double-blind, placebo-controlled human clinical trials, which is the gold standard of clinical research, shows its efficacy at all measures of the WOMAC scale, which is basically just a scale that measures things like joint discomfort, quality of life, activity and mobility levels, and based on the recommended dose that we're doing this, with liquid Biocell in particular. And then also, in addition to that, all the amazing skin health benefits, the research behind our ingredient, multiple human clinical, research trials have shown that it actually enhances, blood microcirculation, reduces spatial aging signs as well, statistically significant reduction of skin dryness and scaling. In fact, without using any moisturizer, dryness, nearly disappeared in these subjects. And then, of course, and this is what I think was most, what everyone was really excited about, which was that now we had a collagen, that you could ingest, and it actually could synthesize collagen after you took it. It also elevates HA levels in the body by 6,000%. So again, that's some of the research that makes us different too. So I covered composition. It's that natural matrix, okay? I covered there's research that supports it that's very different, and no one else can use this research because it's done on our active ingredient. Also, the next step is also the manufacturing process. So we've actually identified the kind of molecule size, because and this is why products out there on the market, they sell hydrolyzed collagen. The reason why is because they have to break down that molecule into smaller molecules in order for it to be, ingested, and we found the precise molecular weight of these molecules in order for them to be optimally, bioavailable. And so that manufacturing process gets the molecule size down to the ideal molecular weight range in order for you to be able to create all these benefits that come from, the collagen peptides and HA and chondroitin sulfate that, exist in the product. So those are just some of the, I'm so excited that there's a lot of consumer awareness, but I'm also, very much concerned that I want to make sure, people understand why, we were the pioneers and why there isn't a product like our product on, when it comes to these competitive hydrolyzed collagen products.
Well, and I love that. And I think it's so important that as prevalent and crowded as that space gets, it's become super important to, like what makes it different and better and special, to a customer. Why should I care about this collagen versus this? Isn't it all the same? And I love how you've broken that out, like the apples and oranges. Not all collagen, not all these products are created equal. and from the delivery system and the technology to the patents and the human clinicals that back up why Moder's liquid biocell is different, better, special. I love that. I love that that can be what we hang our hat on and say, this is what makes us different. And there is that crowded space and there is this awareness, but we are in a whole different space because of how we can deliver this and the science and the human clinicals that back that up. I love that. That really resonates with me. And I think it's important that people understand that this is something that's part of like a daily routine. And you touched on a lot of the benefits, but maybe you could speak to even just some of the specific benefits more so that come from incorporating this into a daily routine. What are the kind of results that people can expect as they do that?
There's many benefits to this, and that's because collagen and hyaluronic acid and chondroitin sulfate, for that matter, are actually the building blocks of our connective tissue. So our skin is comprised of all of these different molecules. Our bones, eyes, our blood vessels are comprised of collagen. Our hair follicles, our nails. So many different parts of our body, pretty much everything. Our organs are comprised of collagen, and so when you have healthy levels of collagen and HA in your body, you're going to be able to be more mobile. You're going to be more active. You're going to have more supple skin, hydrated skin. You're going to, it's remarkable for people at all different ages as well, because, it's, once you start to have joint discomfort, you can still benefit from this, obviously, because most people start when they have those things. But it's so beneficial to start before you have joint discomfort, because it'll just help to strengthen, the foundational structure, of your joint cartilage, of your, your connective tissue in general, and your skin as well, and be able to help you, from years and years in advance, And so I'm really excited about this. The other thing is that some people believe that, there's some skeptics who don't understand our product in particular, but I think their criticism is correct when it comes to some competitive products, which is that if it's just a protein, it just gets broken down in your stomach, and like any other protein does, it doesn't actually create more collagen. But the scientific evidence actually shows, and we've done this, several times now, to measure the amount of collagen, the content in the collagen in the skin before and after being on liquid biocell and its active ingredients, and seen that it actually increases statistically significant increase in collagen content in the skin. So that means that what it's doing in the body is actually helping to, accelerate and synthesize that collagen, which is what ultimately everyone needs and wants. Again, healthy, you start to lose collagen, HA, when you're younger. In your 20s, your 30s, you really start to see the effects from it, so it's really helpful to take it when you're a young adult, and continue with it. So it'll help with your, joint discomfort. If you're an active person, if you're an athlete, when you overuse your, or do repetitive movements, whether it's running, whether it's cycling, whether it's lifting weights or strength training, your body's not really designed to do those movements that many times over a course of your life. So it degrades, your cartilage actually much faster than the counterpart person who's not doing those repetitive movements in the ways that you are. So athletes love liquid biocell. We have so many professional athletes that also, have been using it for a very, very long time. And then, of course, the vein benefits of this too, fewer wrinkles and more supple, beautiful, healthy skin. Who doesn't want that, right, Jeff?
I definitely need that. I don't just want it, I need it.
You're glowing, Jeff, so.
Well, I do feel like I definitely do not consider myself an athlete. Not a professional athlete, and not even an athlete, but I do try and be active. Live here in Utah. We've got the mountains, so I'm constantly either mountain biking or hiking. love playing sports and different things. Got a household of boys in my house, and so we're constantly active. And I have loved the benefits that I can take Liquid Biocell and experience those benefits that I need with being active. Let alone, and I know this isn't on the label, but there's a very real, to the benefits of counteracting the accelerated aging of having teenagers. I have experienced those benefits as well from looking and feeling younger. Liquid Biocell really can that's just icing on the cake. And I'm sure, Asma, you hear feedback from so many people over the years. What else do you hear from customers? What is it that you constantly hear from that stands out to you?
I'm so humbled and so grateful to hear from countless people, who have been taking the product for years and years and years, and will continue to take it for their life, like I will. And I hear so many incredible stories, and it comes down to, I think the most rewarding part of these stories that I hear about people's benefits, what joint health, skin health, et cetera, it comes from this place of self-confidence that can improve, based on whether your skin looks better, whether or not you have the increased freedom to be able to, move around with your grandchildren, or be, like you said, keep up with your teenage boys, and so these are ultimately the effect, that improve people's quality of lives in a way. And I think we take that for granted, that we, until you have those issues, you take that for granted. So I've seen people's, lives just really affected and impacted by being able to have the freedoms, that comes from being more active and mobile and confidence, based on just a healthier glow, that sometimes you just need, so it's remarkable when I hear and what I hear from thousands of people.
Well, you're so right. And we actually have we want to take a moment and listen to and watch a few of these experiences and comments that we've had from customers as they talk about the difference that Liquid Biocell has made for them. So let's check this out.
Back in September, I had my second child, and I felt like my hair was super thin and dry, wasn't growing very fast.
Being a mom and a college athlete, I had shoulder discomfort. I was pacing the house 23 hours of the day. 2 weeks on our Liquid Biocell, and I had the baby hairs growing. I could move my arm, and there's no discomfort.
My hair is thicker than it's ever been.
I was able to walk around. I was able to sit down.
My joint discomfort was so much less.
I started noticing a huge change in my nails. My hair started growing like a weed. My skin looked so much better.
When you feed your body from the inside out, you can't help but glow.
Awesome. I love hearing these stories, real stories from real people, because helping people get the most out of life is really what Modere is all about. And I love that. I love being part of that. And I love how these products, how Modere's Liquid Biocell is a huge part of that. So we've talked about the history. We've talked about the technology, the science, the human clinicals. We've talked about the benefits. We've heard reviews and experience from customers. I want to drill down even further because we've got 4 unique formulas. We've got Liquid Biocell Life, Pure, Sport, and Skin. And Asma, I guess, how does each person figure out which formula is best for them?
It's a great question. So the basic answer that I want everyone to understand is that you can't go wrong with any of these, because all of them contain the same amount of our proprietary ingredient, the active ingredient, which is the collagen HA matrix, the actual Liquid Biocell, and that means that it's going to create all the benefits that we just talked about, no matter which formulation that you take, because the active component is the same. So I'll take each one of these to show you what the difference is. Liquid Biocell Life, it's got the active ingredient, the collagen HA matrix, but also an addition of 13 different superfoods to really help to boost vitality and support your overall health. And then the Liquid Biocell Pure, just as kind of the name indicates, is just the basics. It's just the Liquid Biocell active ingredient. But there's no addition of any other, fruits or superfoods or anything like that. It's got 0 sugar, 0 carbs, 0 calories. So, people who prefer just to have the basics, use the Liquid Biocell Pure. And then we have our Liquid Biocell Skin formula, which is, again, all of our products will create the same kinds of effects in the skin. And this is just really formulated with 18 different phytonutrient-rich superfoods and even ceramides as well, which help to kind of give a special attention to the skin health benefits. But it'll also create the same kind of joints and connective tissue health improvements that any other of the kinds do as well. And then last but not least, and it's one of my favorite products, is the Liquid Biocell Sport. And so this, as the name suggests, we were talking about athletes and active people like yourself, Jeff. I think you undersold yourself there. And people who are really fitness focused, not only are you going to get the joint health benefits from the active ingredients, but also you've got branched chain amino acids, L-carnitine, 9 different antioxidant rich superfoods that are actually going to help to fuel your performance and enhance muscle recovery too. So that's designed specifically for people who are active and really into fitness for that reason.
Okay, so is it just to sum that up then for each of these 4, we've got Life, Liquid Biocell Life for overall wellness, Pure for those who are avoiding sugar and extra calories, Skin for those who want to improve the appearance of their skin, and Sport for our athletes or others involved in an active lifestyle. Does that sound about right?
Absolutely, it does. And I think that it's important to point out here that just because you're taking Sport does not mean that you're going to avoid reducing wrinkles as well at the same time. So you're going to, support your muscle recovery and enhance your performance, but you're also going to look better because it's going to still provide the benefits to your skin too. And personally, I love Liquid Biocell Life. It's our first product, and so I probably have that near and dear to my heart because it was the only product really kind of that I launched my finished products company with. And and so that's something that is actually, it still is our top seller as well. And, eating healthy and maintaining an active lifestyle are also really important to me personally, but also it should be to everyone. But it only goes so far. So it's important that we, use supplements that are, backed by science and, with these kinds of essentials like collagen and hyaluronic acid in order to really thrive and live our best lives. So our bodies, can do so much for us, and we need to take care of them by using products like this that have enhanced technology, but also make sure that we're are conscious of our nutrition and moderate exercise as well, which will create an optimal life for people.
Yeah, it's so true. And the other thing I love about Liquid Biocell, adding it to your daily routine is so easy, so simple. And just 1 tablespoon in the morning and 1 in the evening, and you're setting yourself up for success. And so my go-to is the Liquid Biocell Sport, and 1 tablespoon in the morning, 1 in the evening, simple. I love it. And so from the history, the science, and all of that, that's all amazing. But really the benefits, the simplicity, and the experience so many people have had and are having, that's, I feel like, what draws people to this and just keeps them using it and benefiting from it. So thank you so much, Asma, for sitting down and talk with me tonight. I know I speak for everybody who's joining us tonight. We really appreciate your knowledge and expertise, not only on collagen, but these incredible products, Liquid Biocell, and the science and the vision to keep, innovating in this space that you started years ago when no one knew about it, and have brought it to this point today, and so excited for where it's going and the benefits it can bring to customers all over the world. So thank you so much for joining us and sharing your wisdom with us.
Thank you so much for having me. So excited to have been here. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you again, Asma. And thank you all for joining us tonight. It's been so much fun just digging in to the nitty gritty on collagen, on the science and technology, and this liquid biocell product. Thanks for the awesome comments and the questions that have been coming in, for tagging others and bringing them into this, and sharing where you're watching this from. We really appreciate you guys joining us. And so I did mention at the beginning of this, just to kind of wrap this up, we do have an exciting announcement we want to share. Okay, so here it is. Starting tomorrow, I'm getting so excited. July 14th at 7 a.m. Mountain Time, 9 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Mountain Time on Wednesday, July 14th, we are running a very special limited time promotion on our Liquid Biocell Pure and Liquid Biocell Sport. You guys, we never do this. This is so rare. And that's why I think what makes it so exciting is because we don't ever do this. And now this is a flash sale. This is only going to be a 3-day sale. So let me emphasize, we don't do this very often, and this is a very limited time opportunity. It starts July 14th at 7 a.m. tomorrow, and it runs until Friday, July 16th at 11:59 p.m. Mountain Time. So you've got 3 full days to take advantage. And here's what you get. Again, I mentioned it's on our Liquid Biocell Pure and our Liquid Biocell Sport. Now with Pure, if you purchase the Liquid Biocell Pure in a 2-count, or if you order one of our qualifying Liquid Biocell Pure collections, and you'll find those on our website, and you click on the promo, it will show you what those qualified collections are. But you purchase our 2-count or one of these qualified Liquid Biocell Pure collections, our US customers will save $10, and they'll also receive a free trim chocolate singles, which, you guys, is another one of our most popular products. You'll get a free pack of our trim chocolate singles, which is nearly a $60 value. Okay, so US customers save $10, get the free trim chocolate singles. For our Canada customers and friends, when you order the Liquid Biocell Pure in the 2-count or the qualifying collection, you'll save $12 Canadian, and you'll get a free antioxidant gel, which is a $34 value. And so everybody's getting savings and a free gift. And again, this is a flash sale, limited time, only Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, July 14th through the 16th at 11:59 p.m. Now, for our Liquid Biocell Sport collection and product, if you purchase a Liquid Biocell Sport 2-pack or a qualifying Liquid Biocell Sport collection, which you'll also see on the website, both our US and Canada customers will both save $10 and both receive a free pure chocolate whey protein, which is a $35 value, another very popular product. We're giving some very popular products as gifts with purchase as part of this very exclusive limited time Liquid Biocell promotion opportunity. From the trim chocolate singles to the free antioxidant gel to the free pure chocolate whey protein. You know, we're just giving some amazing free product. You're getting an incredible savings, and it's all on top of the incredible benefits and proven human clinical benefits that Asma shared with us on this webinar tonight. So act now, you guys. This is short time. Make sure you share it with your friends. You don't want to miss out on this because it just does not ever happen. So if you're interested in learning more about Liquid Biocell or any of our other products, please don't forget to talk to the person who shared this webinar with you, and check out the description and details in this post, in this video, where we'll give links to additional information and resources on the collagen HA matrix technology and our Liquid Biocell products. That's it for tonight. That's it for this webinar. Thanks again to Asma. Thank you guys for joining us. Don't forget to take advantage these next 3 days of this limited time promotion. Appreciate it. Have a good night, everyone. Thanks.